right, everybody. This is a big day. We are breaking our one and only Cosmic Chrome 3-case player break right now. So that's obviously a very, very big release and a fun product. Always a super exciting one. We also have Topps Chrome Basketball. It also happens to be Topps Chrome Basketball release day. So yeah, we'll have our first player break of that coming up in a few hours. Horse auctions in for that last night. That'll be one hobby and one delight case. We do have another one of those tomorrow, same format. And on Saturday, a little cheaper one, will be having a mega/delight case there on Saturday. So yeah, 3 straight days of Topps Chrome Basketball player breaks. And of course, order and here is Cosmic. We also have Merlin Chrome Soccer coming up. 2 separate multi-case player breaks, both on one on Saturday and one on Monday. All 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these breaks that I've just mentioned, including this one, will all ship together on Tuesday. So if you pay shipping for this, you'll get free shipping on all the rest. The only thing I will say, though, is if we do hit something huge for you here, maybe the Nick Kurtz spot hits an autograph out of 50 or less or something, or, whatever. There's so many big things to hit in this product. I'm assuming we'll have a few of those quote-unquote huge hits, and we're going to do our best to get those out much quicker, perhaps tomorrow or certainly by Saturday there. Let's see. Not too much else to go over, just a couple quick things, and then we'll start ripping here. This is obviously just case number 1 on screen. It's a 3-case player break. We'll be bringing them on as soon as we finish this one, bring on number 2, etc. We will have one full recap at the very end, not a recap per case, but one full recap at the very end. We always do overdo it with those, and we'll have everything well organized for you there. Everything top loaded. Layla will be taking care of things on the side, getting that done, so it keeps the process very, very smooth. And let's see. This break is sponsored by eBay Inc. out of San Jose, California. No purchase necessary. There is a sweepstakes involved. You want to check out the full official rules and details of that. That link is at the top of all of our listings. Let's get to it. Let's rip some cards. Cosmic Chrome. Obviously, the autographs are very often low numbered in here. Of course, all on card. Maybe some stickers on some multis. I'm not totally sure on that. Beautiful designs. Lots of fun short prints, the planetary pursuits, etc. Even the regular parallels and nucleus and all that. And refractors sell quite well. Obviously, this is a more premium Chrome product. A little more expensive there. I'm going to get these packs out and then get some gloves on, and we'll get right to ripping. What's up, Yeezy? And overall, the most important thing to say is good luck to everybody. Obviously, not every spot will hit well as the nature breaks, but hopefully way more than a few, and especially some of the bigger ones. Pull some bangers. 3 cases ain't bad. So this product used to be 12 boxes a case. They did change it to 8. That said, you used to get about 4 autographs per case, and that is what they're saying. You're going to get 4 per case every time here. So they didn't change anything there. I just simply made it a little bit smaller here. I think we used to stack these up. I don't think I'm going to stack them up this time. I'm just going to go through them like this. There are a few base packs per box, such as this, where we only get base cards. All cards do ship for this product. That won't happen very much, though. If you're not watching in 1080p, click that little gear button in the corner. My first break, first break A1 on the right break? I'm guessing you're asking if you are on the right break? I assume you are. We only sold 1 Cosmic Chrome break. I don't know, looking at your name right there. I can't say 100%, but I would certainly assume so. We only have 1 Cosmic Chrome player break. We have Ultra Violet Beam, just a relatively common insert there for Matt Shaw. Relatively common insert. We'll be sleeving up all the inserts at a minimum. Our first numbered hit is Corbin Carroll here out of 150, number 96 of 150, Corbin Carroll. All number cards, all autographs, any of the shorter prints, all the nucleus, all the refractors, all that gets top loaded will be in the recap. Jackson Job, this is your ET, Extraterrestrial Talent. Jackson Job. And we have orange here. It's going to be out of 25. First we have a Jackson Churio on the... Oh, that's actually a Supernova right there. I believe that is a case hit, if I'm not mistaken. Supernova. Case hit for Jackson Churio, I'm pretty sure. I'm going to put it down there for the time being with the case hits. Launched into orbit. Salvador Perez. That'll be out of 25. Looking for the numbering. Maybe it's... Oh, there it is. 22 of 25. Launched into orbit. Orange parallel. Salvi Perez. Garrett Crochet there with the nucleus. Those are 1 per box. Launched into orbit, Pete Alonso. Beyond a case hit. See, it's odd because that design on that doesn't really shout case hit, you know? That's the only reason I was a little. And plus, we got one here very early in the first box. Ellie De La Cruz, Ultraviolet Beam. But yes, Supernovas have always been case hits in the past, if not rarer than a case hit. So yeah, thank you, Tom. Appreciate that little extra info there, and that they are certainly rarer than a case hit. But I don't think there's a lot of stuff that's like a direct, quote-unquote, case hit here. It's usually a little rare, but there's a lot of different ones to chase. Christian Campbell, E.T. I'll get used to that E.T. design pretty soon. All right, next numbered card is a rookie for Kumar Rocker. That's going to be number 143, it looks like, out of 199. Of course, your teal or aquas there are your most common numbers at 199. Nothing higher than that. Luke K-Shot Nucleus, they do say 1 per box, but hey, there's 2. Star cluster is relatively common here. So at the end, we will do a random to determine who gets what when it comes to these, as there's a left, right, and middle. We'll just do a general random. Obviously, any that are numbered parallels of those would be random separately. J-Rod on the ET. And I will say there are a few spots that maybe only had a piece of a Star Cluster card. That was all they had, and then we just didn't sell that spot. So in those cases, the others would get a little more on those. Willier Abreu with a refractor. A Lightspeed Ichiro. So that's our first Lightspeed. I don't think they're not that rare. I believe you get about maybe 2 per box in general. Lightspeed Ichiro, very cool design. The Star Clusters here, Jacob Wilson and Nick Kurtz on that one. Some Star Clusters are duals, some are trios. Jackson Job, rookie refractor. Even though I'm not reading any of the base, to be clear, all cards do ship, of course. There's our second Lightspeed for the box, Chandler Simpson. Final one towards the end here, looking like probably a no auto box, but you do, like they say, you get 4 per case. Last pack of box 1. We've got Cade Horton on the ET. All right, so we did get the cool Jackson Job case hit there, but generally speaking, relatively weak box to start things off. Let's go from the other pile. 24 boxes in the break, 3 full cases, just getting started. By the way, I'm going to do one more box like this. I did say I'm going to keep going on the per pack thing. I think I'd probably rather stack these actually. As long as nobody has any qualms with stacking them up in the chat. If anybody says they really want me to keep doing pack by pack, I will. But otherwise, probably start stacking them after this one. So this is obviously an insert we didn't get before. That's the Stars in the Night, I believe. Aaron Judge. Yeah, that's got to be it. Stars in the Night. Aaron Judge. Heard somebody when I was watching like a preview break mention that they say these are 1 per box, but they're more like 1 per case. Stars in the Night, Aaron Judge. Super cool looking card right there. Perhaps a case hit. Perhaps kind of a sneaky case hit. Sasaki with the ultraviolet beam. All right, this may be an autograph. Yes, it is. First ink of the break is going to be Jacob Wilson with a gold rookie autograph. Yeah. So, one thing about Cosmic is the autograph checklist is way smaller than your normal checklist. So, in general, the autographs are much, much stronger. And obviously, a lot of them low number. The print runs very low on them. Looking for a Jacob Wilson spot. Andrew, congratulations. That is number 20 out of 50 right there. Gold rookie autograph from Mr. Jacob Wilson. Awesome card. Congrats. Lightspeed, Ellie De La Cruz. Paul Skeens on the ET. Ultraviolet beam for Brooks Lee. Sorry about the little coughing here and there. Still got a little lingering cough. Zach Wheeler, 14 out of 75 on green. Didn't expect that to be out of 75, but green to 75 here for Zach Wheeler. Fernando Tatis Jr., ET. Tom, since you've obviously seen a few cases and you're very knowledgeable in this stuff, do you know how often planetary pursuits seem to be showing up this time around? Nico Horner, 75 out of 150 in the purple. Logan O'Hoppe with the nucleus and star clusters here for James Wood and Dylan Cruz. Brent Rooker, refractor. Lightspeed for Jazz Chisholm Jr. Around 3 or 4 per case, same as autos. I think they completely advertise this as 4 autos per case, so I hope they're delivering on that. Jacob Wilson, ultraviolet beam. It's about 3 or 4 per case. Thank you very much, sir. Jackson Merrill, ET. Ansby Swanson, refractor. Oh, well, right on cue. Our last pack of the box number 2 has got James Wood with the Sun, our first planetary pursuit. And man, that is a good looking card. Always a cool design on these. I think I like that better than the last year for sure. James Wood, Sun. God, I can see it one more time. There you go. Beautiful hit. Congratulations, Wood. Spot getting our first planet. Who's got Wood? Josh. Nice hit. Corbin Carroll, Lightspeed, closing out the box there. All right, bear with me just 1 second. I'll get going on the next box. Layla's not quite with us. I want to go ahead and get some stuff out and top load a few of these. So I am going to go ahead and start opening these. We'll just stack up the box, do 1 box at a time. I still haven't heard anybody say otherwise. I just want to top load a couple here. James Wood, the Sun, and Jacob Wilson. Auto to 50 there. They're early going. Along with the case hits, really, I believe, for both Churio and Aaron Judge. Layla will be here shortly to start getting going on all that. just a second. This is how we've done Cosmic in the past, along with plenty of other products that have just like 4 cards per pack like this. Just a little easier in general, a little quicker. Scrum basketball release date. That'll be coming up in a few hours here, our first break of it. And again, we will have 2 more days straight of breaks, so auctions will be ending today for number 2 and tomorrow for number 3 on that. But this is our one and only Cosmic. Here we go with box number 2, or excuse me, box number 3. Good luck. Sasaki with the ET. Trey Turner Lightspeed. Chris Sale Refractor. Star Clusters here for Kyle Tucker and PCA. Bryce Harper ET. Got a white parallel here, the white hole for O'Neal Cruz. O'Neal Cruz white hole. These are not numbered but are quite rare. O'Neal Cruz there, white hole parallel. Lou Brock Lightspeed. Jordan Lawler, Nucleus. Blue parallel for John Kinsey Noel, that is 40 of 99. Dylan Cruz Lightspeed. Ultraviolet Beam for Jackson Holiday. And alright, so it's not certainly not 1 per case here. Brooks Lee on the Stars in the Night. So Stars in the Night used to be very common, like maybe 2 or 3 per box last year, but now they are certainly rare. Not exactly sure how rare. Ultraviolet Beam there for Jackson Merrill. Nico Horner Refractor. Corbin Carroll ET. And the Star Clusters here for Tatis, Manny Machado, and Jackson Merrill to close out number 3. So cool Brooks Lee card. Overall number 3 a little weak. Back to the better ones. Box 2 is banging, that's for sure. Planetary Pursuit and the Wilson Gold Auto. Your guy Brooks. There you go. Guess we got the Brooks Lee owner there in the eBay live chat. Got a few hits so far. Yeah, love the planet design, love the Stars in the Night design. I'm not gonna say every single one of these inserts and such is a great one. I'm not sure how I feel about the ultraviolet beams. ET is pretty cool though. I think those are better than years past. But even the base design on this set is always awesome, and those color autographs just gorgeous cards. You should hit about 12 autographs total in the break, not the case, but the break. And of course, we only have 1 so far, so plenty to go. Hopefully, at least 6 or 7 bangers in them. Box number 2. Box number 2. It's because I'm used to the stack. It's only the second time I've stacked. All right, box number 4. That's what it is. Jackson Holiday, Lightspeed. Mark Vientos, Refractor. Star Clusters for, who we got here? Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth, and Willie Mays. All right, that's cool. Tariq Skubal, ET. Jackson Churio, ET. Oh, autograph number 2. Look at that. ET autograph for Mike Trout. It is, of course, on card there. Mike Trout, extraterrestrial talent autograph. I will say it is not numbered, though. So that's your base auto from that set. Mike Trout. Let's go. Huge vet and awesome rookie there for the autos so far. Marcelo Mayer, light speed. Suganu, rookie refractor. Star clusters, Christian Campbell, Marcelo Mayer. Nick Kurtz on the ET. For what it's worth, all Nick Kurtz inserts, etc. will be top loaded here. Connor Norby. Connor Norby, that's your white hole. So second white hole for the case right there. Connor Norby, white hole, rookie parallel. Ultraviolet beam for Ben Rice. Zach Wheeler, nucleus. James Wood, 127 of 150 on a purple rookie parallel. Another nice hit for the wood spot. Marcelo Mayer, ET. Ultraviolet beam, Chase Dollander. And launched into orbit Juan Soto to close off box number 4. Box number 4. 1 second to get a thing or two straight here. I guess is that only our second launched into orbit? I believe it is. So they're a little rarer than I expected too. So launched into orbit, yeah, we got 2 base and 1 orange parallel. So second base one, so every other box I guess. Something along those lines. Hey, the Trout owner there in the YouTube chat. Yeah, congratulations. Nice start for you. Only a few boxes in. So this will be box number 5. Remember, we will have a full recap at the very end of the break, not one per case here. So only 1 planet so far and 2 autos in the first half of the case. Still looking for the star cluster case hits. Still looking for, of course, probably 2 or 3 more planets for the case. A few more autos. Maybe some other crazy rare case hits or something. Hopefully some red or a super in the case. Of course, the print run of this product is way lower than the Topps Chrome. I don't know what it is by maybe I would guess somewhere between 20 and 50 times lower. I have to just throw out an estimate. So yeah, much easier to hit the big color. All right, box number 5. Jackson Holiday, light speed. Chris Bryant, refractor. Tariq Skubal, ET. Pete Armstrong, nucleus, and star clusters here for Aaron. Babe Ruth and Willie Mays, of course. So that's our second one for that one. Jackson Churio, ET. Those all get taken care of with some randoms at the end. All those base star clusters at least. Marcelo Mayer, light speed. Max Scherzer, refractor. Star clusters for Campbell and Mayer. All right, let's find some good stuff in the second half of this box. We got Nick Kurtz on an ET. Ultraviolet beam for Ben Rice. Nacho Alvarez Jr. Rookie parallel, 33 of 199. Got a green Leo Jimenez, 12 of 75. Marcelo Mayer ET. And I don't know what that is. Cade Horton. Cade Horton. Oh, that's your Constellation Variation short print right there. There's 25 players in the set that have these. That is awesome. Cade Horton. That is a super cool looking card right there. Congratulations. Brand new thing for this year's product. Cade Horton getting the first one of those. Maybe the other one. I don't know exactly how rare they are. I'm going to see if it mentions on the checklist how rare they are. I have it pulled up here for myself. Oh, 1 in 800 packs. So yeah, it does mention 1 in 800 packs. That is a lot. That is extremely rare. So what are we looking at? 20 per box here, 160 in a case. So that's 1 every 5 cases. 1 every 5 cases, and there's 25 on the checklist. So to full decayed Horden, technically need 125 cases. That is a crazy hit. Ultraviolet Beam, Chase Dollander. Congratulations, Horden spot. Okay, Clayton Kershaw with a nucleus and launched into orbit for Alex Bregman to close out the box. You send out cards. Yep, as listed. As mentioned in all the listings, yes, we do ship all cards. All cards ship. We're not reading on the base, but we're making sure every card gets on screen. And all do ship. Almost every product we run, we ship all cards. But it's always spelled out clearly in the listing there. Alright, surprised to say that we still only got the 1 planet here. 5 boxes in. And that's not to say that won't change in these. Don't have it on my list of names next to me who's got the Cade Horden spot. Probably just missed making that cut there, but man. No, that's the hit. Nah, I'd still say that Jacob Wilson is the best card so far, but certainly. But that Cade Horden is awesome. All right. Box number 6 here. We got Jacob Wilson on ET. Lightspeed Shohei Ohtani. Just like Nick Kurtz, all Ohtani inserts would be top loaded. We got Jacob Wilson, rookie refractor. Star Clusters, Lindor and Soto. Aaron Judge, ET. And Justin Verlander on the white hole parallel. Verlander. Ultraviolet Beam for Drake Baldwin. Trey Turner, Nucleus. And color here for Will Warren at number 111 out of 199. Aqua, rookie, Will Warren. Ohtani, ET. Ultraviolet Beam for Yamamoto. Launched into orbit. Guerrero. Guess, yeah, that's going to be Vladdy Daddy right there. Okay. Vladdy Daddy, didn't expect him in that set. Jose Ramirez, Lightspeed. Alejandro Osuna, refractor. Gunnar Henderson, ET. Aaron Judge on the green ET insert parallel, number 60 out of 75. Mr. Judge, and Star Clusters for Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, and Aaron Judge. All right, I gotta say, a little surprised we still only have 2 autographs with 2 boxes to go here, and only 1 planet. In the first case, that is, of course. Let's see, does it mention, does it say 4? No, I guess it doesn't say 4 autos in the box. Maybe I just read that on like a Beckett checklist or something like that. I assumed it was announced this time around because it's always been pretty inconsistent for the product. I remember in like last year's we had some cases that had 2, we had some cases that had 7 as far as autographs are concerned. So pretty inconsistent. But you know, hopefully we'll just get 1 in both of these boxes. Tom did mention he'd seen about 3 or 4 per case, so Maybe it's not totally consistent. See orange there that might be orange ink. Can't tell. Find out in just a moment here. Good luck. Box number 7. Corey Seager, ET. Bo Jackson, Lightspeed. Luis Reyes, Refractor. Nucleus for Isaac Paredes. Star Clusters, Griffey and Ichiro. Here comes orange, not an autograph. It is Kyle Manzardo with an orange parallel there, number 18 out of 25. Manzardo. Francisco Lindor, ET. Blue will be a Will Wagner blue rookie, 65 of 99. Ultraviolet Beam for Paul Skeens. Clayton Kershaw, 36 out of 199. And there is an autograph. It is Colt Keith on a green out of 53 of 75, or I might be wrong there. 59 of 75, I believe. Colt Keith, green ink. I'm not going to pretend like that's one of the bigger auto chases here. James Wood, ET, with congratulations to the Colt Keith spot. Ultraviolet Beam, Christian Campbell. Launched in orbit, Adrian Beltran. Mike Trout, Lightspeed. Will Wagner, Refractor. Dylan Cruz, ET. Come on, Planet. Star Clusters for Ohtani, Yamamoto, and Sasaki. All right. So we did get our third autograph. Still just one Planet for the case, though. We got auto number 4 and another here. And hopefully more. So you know we have basketball and soccer products, 5 breaks worth over the next 3 or 4 days. As far as more baseball, I believe 5-star baseball comes out the week after Christmas. So before the new year there. I think there's one more baseball product here this year, at least that we're going to get in. I don't know at the moment if we're going to do a player break on that or not. So we may do in PYTs. The other means, I don't know exactly how we're going to break that one. Not getting a lot in, just like probably I think 2 cases. Probably the next product that we'll be having some multi-case player breaks would be, as far as baseball goes, is most likely going to be Bowman's Best in January, I would assume. We got Star Clusters, Ohtani and Betts. Adley Rutschman, number 178, I believe, out of 199. This is box 8, last one of the first case. We got James Wood, Lightspeed. Ultraviolet Beam for the Martian. Juan Soto with a nucleus. And there is Dalton Rushing on a Stella Nova case hit right there. Stella Nova, Dalton Rushing. Very nice for that spot. Luis Angel Acuna, Lightspeed. Sandy Alcantara with the, that was just a base Kurtz rookie there. Proven top load. Sandy Alcantara with a nucleus. Mike Trout, ET. Nucleus here as well. Oh, excuse me. Sandy Alcantara was a refractor. Nucleus here for Giancarlo Stanton. I think he was requesting the eBay live chat there. Luis Angel Acuna, Ultraviolet Beam. Beam here for Jackson Churio as well. Kyle Tucker, ET. And Caden Dana, that is a case hit right there. Star Clusters, case hit for Caden Dana. Guess that's your base Star Clusters. I think they have some parallels in those, not numbered. Caden Dana. J-Rod on the light speed. Paul Skeens, refractor. Juan Soto, ET. And Kumar Rocker with a second parallel. 104 of 150 with the purple to close out the case. Gotta say, a little surprised we only got one Planet in the case. One Planet, 3 autographs. Did do pretty well with some other rarer case hits, though. And things that are a lot rarer than a case hit there for the first one. All right, bear with me just a second. I'll get number 2 on screen. Floor case, warm-up case. I'm not sure what. I gotta say, two really nice autographs, so that's cool. 2 really nice autographs and a few really good case hits, but still, certainly could have been better. Hopefully, it will be the rest of the way. This will be box 1 of case 2. All right. All right. Let me get a little swig of water here. Case 2, fresh start. Good luck. Bryce Harper, ET, Andrew McCutcheon, out of 199 here. Looks like 165, 199. Ultraviolet Beam, Jackson Merrill. Matt Shaw with your Star Clusters case hit going here at the very start. Box 1. Oh, hey, we got a Planet to kick things off. Marcella Mayer, Sun, Planetary Pursuit from box 1 of case 2. Now we're starting with some of these early. Marcella Mayer, nice hit. Lou Brock, Light Speed. Reese Hines, Refractor. Corbin Carroll, ET. Star Clusters for Tatis Machado and Jackson Merrill. Blue Parallel, rookie Zach DeZenzo, number 67 out of 99. And launched into orbit, Black autograph for Pete Alonso. 10 of 10 for the brand new Oriole. That's so weird to say. Obviously, it's a Mets on the card, but Pete Alonso, 10 of 10. Congratulations, Alonso spot on card auto there. Launched in orbit set. Banger. Very nice hit. Dylan Cruz, light speed. A lot going here in the first box of the case. Jackson Holiday, ultraviolet beam. Hey, Stella Nova, case hit for Jackson Churio. Churio with his second case hit of sorts of the break. Stella Nova here. Jackson Churio. Sasaki with the ET. Trey Turner, light speed. Jazz Chisholm Jr., refractor. Julio Ramos, nucleus, and star clusters for Kyle Tucker and Pete Crow Armstrong. Close out box 1 of case 2. Nice box. A lot of stuff going on there. Granite. I mean, so many case hits there. Jeez. Let's keep that going. Maybe a super hot case here, like Tom called out for us. Just hitting me. I don't think I did my usual spiel for the Weird to watch this like I usually do at the start of the break. I think I forgot to. If you want to watch this in widescreen, obviously you guys are already doing it, so it's kind of besides the point. But just to let you know, we are streaming on 2 platforms. If you want to watch this in widescreen, YouTube's the way to go. Click that little gear button in the corner, switch it to 1080p if it's not already there. I promise you it looks a lot nicer. If you want to watch this in vertical, maybe on your phone, kind of like the kids do these days, check it out on eBay Live.
Only kids do that.
Only kids? More kids in you. A lot of the scrolling. If you want to do that, check it out on eBay Live. Either way, thanks for joining us. Appreciate y'all and good luck here. Hey, look at that. Second card of the box here. We have our second autograph of the case. Dylan Cruz rookie autograph launched into orbit. There you go. Dylan Cruz spot. Checking out my list. Who's got Cruz? There it is, Dave. Congratulations, Dave. Not numbered, but beautiful hit there. Congrats. Francisco Lindor, ET. Ultraviolet beam for Paul Skeens. Launched into orbit, Giancarlo Stanton. Mike Trout, light speed. And we got an orange parallel. Leo Jimenez, his second parallel of the break. 21 out of 25. Mike Trout, James Wood, ET. And another white hole parallel. It is Matt Olson here. Matt Olson, white hole. Ultraviolet beam, Christian Campbell. Alex Bregman, there we go. The second stars in the night for this case already. Alex Bregman. Thought those were generally pretty consistent on the case hit. Got one in the first case. Already have 2 in the second case. Spencer Swellenbach, nucleus. Corey Seager, ET. Pete Alonso, refractor. Bo Jackson, light speed. Star clusters for Griffey and Ichiro. And we got a green parallel, Randy Arozarena, 71 out of 75. Cam Smith, ET. Freddie Freeman, refractor. Ultraviolet beam, Marcella Mayer. Feel free to organize those a little bit. I have to do it again.
Yeah, I figured.
That's going to close out the box there. All right, on to number 3 from case 2. When will the next player auction start? For this product, I wish I could tell you we had more auctions ending today for it, but as I mentioned a few times, this is unfortunately our only break of this product. Wish I could offer more, but we only got the 3 cases in. So this is it for this one. But we do have auctions ending over the next few days for a lot of breaks. Some Topps Chrome basketball and Merlin soccer. First soccer breaks in a while. All of which will be multi-case player breaks. Gotta say the deals on the deals on this, but also especially on the Topps Chrome basketball as far as the player breaks go are pretty crazy as they went for about half of the market price yesterday. So just to let you know, if you're out there trying to pick up some PYTs or potentially player breaks of Topps Chrome basketball, player breaks are probably easily the way to go. Check them out there. We got it's 1 hobby and 1 delight case. Auctions in today for tomorrow's. We already have, of course, 1 running later today. Auctions ended yesterday for it. I just seen the edge of something super cool, but I don't want to say it because just in case I'm wrong. I sure hope I'm right. Should say something we haven't seen yet. I think I see the edge of coming up towards. It'll be in the second stack towards the end. Hopefully a monster hit. Hope I'm right. All right, here we go with box number 3 of case 2. Ronald Acuna Jr. on the ET. We got a white hole parallel for Jackson Holiday. Ultraviolet beam for Jace Young. Christian Campbell on the light speed. Ultraviolet beam for James Wood. Bobby Witt Jr. Stars in the Night. Stars in the Night. Witt. And Witt also on the light speed. Sasaki, the nice rookie refractor. Got to point out, it's a little off center on that one. Haven't really noticed that much to these cards, but that one's definitely off center. Ellie De La Cruz, ET. All right, I sure hope I'm right here. With an absolute, well, you'll see. I hope I don't want to say exactly, just in case I'm wrong. Christian Campbell, ET. Paul Goldschmidt, Nucleus. Yu Darvish, number 16 of 75 on a green. Bobby Witt Jr., ET, and yeah. Here we go. That is a Superfractor. That's what I thought I was seeing. Superfractor time. Let's go. Good luck, everybody. It's going to be a launched into orbit Superfractor of Andrew McCutchen. Andrew McCutchen. I'm not going to pretend that's one of the biggest, but congratulations, McCutchen. Spot 1 of 1 on the Superfractor. Launched into orbit. It's hard to see the number, but it's right down there. 1 of 1. There you go. Thought I was seeing like the super color on the edge, but I wasn't 100% sure as I started to open them. Pete Armstrong, light speed. Caleb Durbin, refractor. And star clusters, Derek Jeter and Aaron Judge to close out the box. All right. Yeah, any super certainly tight. We have this is we've definitely been a few breaks since we pulled a super, that's for sure. We didn't pull any in our Top Scrum update, and we had a lot of cases of that. So yeah, it's been a little too long. Obviously, we'd love to have been like, yeah, Super Fractor, Otani autograph, whatever, you know. But it's McCutchen. He's underrated. Awesome hit for a, I'm sure, very inexpensive spot. This is when I hope that somebody comes in the chat in like, 10 minutes and be like, hey, any Andrew McCutchen cards pulled? You don't have anybody in that set there, Tom. wondering if it could be yours. Might have to pause for 20 seconds after opening these packs to check out who's got them. So I haven't seen any red yet, but we did just pull a super. Just a moment here. All right, back to it here with box number 4. Got Jose Ramirez, ET. Ronald Acuna Jr., Light Speed. Nick Enright, Refractor. It's box 4 of case 2, of course. Cade Horton, Ultraviolet Beam. Ricky Henderson, Light Speed. R.I.P. Ricky. Lou Bob on the Refractor. Mookie Betts, ET. See if stack 2 of this box can deliver. Cade Horton, Nucleus. Star Clusters. Hank Aaron, Chipper Jones, Ronald Acuna Jr. Andrew McCutchen, 83 of 150 to go with the super. Matt Shaw, ET. Ultraviolet Beam for Cam Smith. Hey, Nick Kurtz on a Nucleus. Nice card for the Kurtz spot. Launched into orbit. Giancarlo Stanton. Luis Angel Acuna, ET. Luis Angel Acuna here as well. Number 1. Looks like 77 out of 199. The Aqua Parallel. Nick Kurtz, Ultraviolet Beam. And that's going to close out box number 4. Technically bringing us to the halfway point. There's Nick Kurtz, but overall, big box right there. A lot of variants. You get some monster boxes and, you know, some kind of duddish boxes. Yeah, I feel like I remember last year the white hull print one was like 30 or something. I feel like from what we've seen so far, it's got to be a little higher this year, but maybe not, because I mean, there's just not nearly as many cases that's made as most products. Curious if the Chasing Majors numbers are out there anyway. Yeah, we're just top loading some Otani and Kurtz that we want for further players. Okay. All right, let's do it. Second half of the break technically starts right now. This is box number 5 of case 2. Good luck. Austin Wells, 25 of 150 on a purple. James Wood, Light Speed. Ultraviolet Beam, Jason Dominguez. Stella Nova, Jacob Wilson. I believe that's our second Stella Nova for this case, right? Generally speaking, about a case hit right there. But Jacob Wilson, nice one. Stella Nova. Juan Soto, ET, and White Hole Parallel for Kyle Tucker. Ultraviolet Beam, Jackson Churio. Jose Altuve on a Nucleus. Kyle Tucker, ET. J-Rod Lightspeed. Salvador Perez Refracted. Salvi Perez Refracted. Star Clusters, Otani and Betts. Lightspeed, Luis Angel Acuna. Aaron Schunk on a Rookie Refracted. Mike Trout, ET. Ultraviolet Beam, Luis Angel Acuna closing out the box. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, these are the 2 players, these are 3 for the randoms at the end. You know, design's a little busy, you're right, but I gotta say, I mean, they all look really good here. Not every insert set is my favorite design or whatever, but overall, this is always one of the most fun products to actually handle and check out in person. They look good. I have to say, in person, I haven't looked at any and felt like they look too good. But I understand. Your mileage may vary there. Probably about 65 per player on the white holes. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that was like that last year too. I'm not sure. But I also feel like they were a little more common than they were last year. I think they were like 2 per case, and it seemed to be 3 or 4 per case here. All right, box number 6 of case 2. We got Cade Horton, ET. Chandler Simpson, Lightspeed. Vinny P on a Refractor. Star Clusters, Jacob Wilson, Nick Kurtz. Carlos Narvaez, that's a black parallel there to 10. Number 8, it looks like. Is it 8 or 9? Yeah, 8. 8 of 10, Carlos Narvaez. Jackson Joe, ET. And White Hope for Rhett Lauder. Ultraviolet Beam, Matt Shaw. Matt Olson on a Nucleus. Thomas Harrington, purple 120 out of 150. Christian Campbell, ET. Got gold here. It's going to be a gold Stars in the Night for Bryce Harper. Didn't even realize those had parallels. Gold Stars in the Night, Bryce Harper, number 13 of 50. 33, excuse me. 33 out of 50. Bryce Harper, Stars in the Night, gold parallel. Ultraviolet Beam, Ellie De La Cruz. Launched into orbit. Reggie. Ichiro, Lightspeed. Bobby Witt Jr., Refractor. J-Rod, ET. Star Clusters. Giant Bench, Barry Larkin, Ellie De La Cruz. Close out the box. Sorry if you hear a little extra background noise, something going on outside. Manifesting Vlad Jr. on the planets. Yeah, we just don't have as many planets as I would have expected by now. Hopefully that'll change in these couple boxes here. Guess we've only got a couple suns, right? That's it. Let's pick up on those. So far, just Mayer and Wood on the sun. it's gonna be totally inconsistent though. I remember if it's the same as last year. I mean, we had some cases with kind of like the autographs. I mentioned earlier, we had some cases with 2 autographs and some with 7 last year. And I think we had some cases with 1 planet, and then we had some with like 8 or 9. Sometimes we found 3 in a box. As far as the packaging goes, it seems to be one of the most inconsistent products out there, which can be very fun or frustrating depending on which way it goes. And our first Topps Chrome basketball break comes up in a couple hours. And we will have auction ending today for another one of those will run tomorrow. I think that's our only auctions ending today. 2 case Topps Chrome basketball, 1 hobby, 1 delight. All right. Box number 7, case 2, box 7, the Deuce to 7 box, my favorite. Paul Skeens ET. Jazz Chisholm Jr. Light Speed, Carlos Correa, Refractor. Star Clusters, James Wood, Dylan Cruz, Light Speed for Corbin Carroll. Just a Nick Kurtz base there. We got River Ryan on a Refractor. Jackson Merrill ET. It's definitely possible for what it's worth that I've missed a couple Nick Kurtz base. Jace Young Nucleus. We'll top load him later or so. Ultraviolet Beam, Jacob Wilson. Got Augustin Ramirez here, a little off center on this one. 35 out of 75 on a green rookie parallel. Ellie De La Cruz Light Speed. Ultraviolet Beam for Sasaki. Devers Nucleus. And another Stella Nova. This time Gunnar Henderson on the Stella Nova. Fernando Tatis Jr. ET. Gunnar Henderson, number 20. No, it looks like number 70 out of 199. Ultraviolet Beam for Brooks Lee. And yeah, not a good box. Not a good box. All right, hopefully the last one of the case will be really, really nice. Do they have the lunar boxes? Oh, we haven't seen any. I did not realize they had the lunar boxes this year. That's awesome. Well, are they like they had? I know they had either last year or the year before. They had like it was like red on the pack or something. So as soon as you open the box, you realized it. So yeah, this is the end of case 2, and we haven't had. This is the last box of case 2. We haven't had one yet, but that's cool. I was actually wondering about that a minute ago in my head. Glad you mentioned it. I didn't want to bring it up if they didn't exist this year, but I guess they do. Seen 2 so far. The packs are different. All right. Well, hopefully we'll rip open a box in case 3 and be delighted by seeing that. Prove that for you, Tom. Well, he actually say lunar right there for you. Well, I hope we get to see that. Alright, I might see 2 orange. I kind of feel like I see 2 orange, but can't say 100%. Jose Ramirez, Light Speed. Christian Yelich, Refractor. Gunnar, ET. Jacob Wilson, ET. Oh, Tani, Light Speed. Dustin Harris, Refractor. Nucleus here. Angel Martinez. Star Clusters for Lindor and Soto. Star clusters for Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, Aaron Judge. And we got an orange coming up here. Hopefully ink, perhaps. It's going to be Stars in the Night. Orange. Jace Young, 24 out of 25. Nice hit, Jace Young spot. Stars in the Night, orange parallel. Aaron Judge, ET. Definitely see another orange coming up. Hopefully that's going to be ink. Kumar Rocker, number 51 of 99 on a blue parallel. Ultraviolet Beam for Drake Baldwin. James Wood on a numbered rookie. That looks like your bond variation for Wood. 7 of 199. And orange here. Yes, okay. There is ink. There is ink. I don't see a rookie. I see Trey Turner. Trey Turner on the orange autograph here. Number 17 out of 25. Trey Turner. Orange ink. Otani ET. Ultraviolet Beam for Yamamoto. And launched into orbit, Corey Seager to close out the case. So we did start that case hotter for sure than in the first half than the second half. Hopefully we can see something crazy hot in case number 3 here. Let's get it set up. Definitely got the ripping down to a science. It's easier on some products than others. This one, these packs rip super easily. You saw Heritage yesterday, not so much. No sweat on these. Alrighty, this is case 3, brand new start, box 1 of case 3. After this case, we will have a full recap of the break. Of course, every numbered hit, every autograph, all the short prints, along with some other things. We'll have all the launch into orbit inserts, all the nucleus, all the refractors. Very thorough on the recap there, as we always are. All right, good luck here. Box 1 of case 3, we got Kyle Tucker PCA on a Star Clusters. Bryce Harper ET. Edwin Diaz Refractor. Ultraviolet Beam for Jackson Merrill. Star Clusters Tatis Machado and Jackson Merrill. Ozzy Albies Refractor. Matt Shaw ET. Ultraviolet Beam for Cam Smith. Connor Norby. Out of 75 here on a green. Trying to read it. I think it's 20 of 75 for the Connor Norby. Green rookie. Sasaki ET. Lightspeed Troy Turner. Stars in the Night Sasaki. Nice hit. Stars in the Night here in the first box of case 3. Lou Brock, Lightspeed. Got a white hole parallel here for rookie Drake Baldwin. Nice card. Drake Baldwin. White hole. Corbin Carroll, ET. And Nick Kurtz on a green ET here. Green color match for Nick Kurtz, 34 out of 75. Green parallel from the ET set. Nice hit. Alright, we need a good autograph case here. Second case, not so hot on the autos. First case, pretty decent on those. The Wilson and the Trout. And one more, I forget, but second case, not so much. Some Cam Smith, Mojo, Good Luck, Devin. If I can pull through at least one really nice one for you. Yeah, that's right. Colt Keith was that last autograph for case one. Good memory. All right, case 3, box 2, Star Clusters, Bench Larkin, Ellie De La Cruz, Nico Horner, Refractor, Dylan Cruz, Light Speed, Nucleus for Chris Sale, Ultraviolet Beam, Jackson Holiday, Star Clusters, Jacob Wilson, Nick Kurtz, and we'll take care of those randoms at the end. Jackson Joe, E.T., Robert Hassel, Refractor. Ultraviolet Beam for Matt Shaw. Ichiro Lightspeed. Got a blue here for Paul Skeens. Nice Skeens. Blue Parallel, 24 of 99. J-Rod E.T. Dustin Harris on an Aqua Rookie out of 199. I think it's 155, something like that. A little hard to see on the lighting here. Dustin Harris out of 199. Cade Horton, E.T. Ben Rice there with a Star Cluster, supposedly case hit, but we did get, I believe, 2 in the last case. Perhaps we got 3. Definitely not exact. Chandler Simpson, Lightspeed, and Jackson Jobe, Nucleus, launched into orbit, PCA to close out the box. All right, case 3, box 3 coming up. Start heating up this case here. It's time. Guys, you know it's only 1 week till Christmas? Happy holidays, everybody. I haven't mentioned that. 1 week till Christmas. Doesn't seem like it to me, but feels like Christmas is today. Topps Chrome Basketball, right? Topps Chrome Basketball. First time in 16 years licensed, at least, for Topps Chrome Basketball. We will have our first break of it here. I forget the exact start time, but I think it's either 1 or 1:30 Pacific. Ultraviolet Beam, Cade Horton kicking off case 3, box 3. Luis Angel Acuna, ET. Alan Roden, Refractor. Orelvis Martinez, Nucleus. And Nick Kurtz, Ultraviolet Beam. Star Clusters for Hank Aaron, Chipper Jones, Ronald Acuna Jr. Schwellenbach, Rookie Refractor, a little off center on that one. Christian Campbell, Light Speed. Ultraviolet Beam for James Wood. And Aaron Schunk here, number 24 out of 199. Aqua Parallel. We got a green autograph, Kumar Rocker, number to 75. 54 of 75, Kumar Rocker. Green rookie auto. Nice hit, Rocker spot. Jose Ramirez, ET. Ronald Acuna Jr., Light Speed, launched in orbit, Adrian Beltre. Ricky Henderson, Light Speed. Mark Vientos, 37 out of 150. Mookie Betts, ET. And that is the box there. All right, I'm going to give this one a lucky rub because we really need to get this case going. Case 3, box 4. Lunar, baby, Lunar. Any more breaks today? Yes, we have Top Scrum Basketball. Just mentioned that. Top Scrum Basketball comes up, I think it's, guessing it's 1:30 Pacific. I'm not 100% sure on the start time there. Or maybe one. I don't know. But it's coming up not too long from now. And that's our first of the project. Of course, it is release day here. 1 hobby and 1 delight case in that. So 2-case break. And we have another 2-case break of it tomorrow. Also 1 hobby, 1 delight. And a final player break of it on Saturday will also be a 2-caser, but that's going to be 1 mega and 1 delight. So a little cheaper one there. I gotta tell you guys, if you're at all interested in that product and Topps Chrome basketball, player breaks seem to be the way to go. Usually harp on these things, but the auction's on about 6,000 under the current market price for the cases. I'm talking about dealer price, let alone actual market price. Probably went about 9,000 under. So yeah, find some spots a lot cheaper than you can find those guys anywhere else through player breaks for Topps Chrome basketball. Let's do it. Box number 4 of case 3. Let's start heating up this case. It is time. Ken Griffey Jr. and Ichiro, Star Clusters. Francisco Lindor, ET. Isaac Collins, Refractor. J-Rod, Nucleus. Paul Skeens, Ultraviolet Beam. Star Clusters, Otani Yamamoto, Sasaki. Matt Chapman, Refractor. James Wood, Light Speed. Oh, okay. We got a Constellation short print. Our second one in 3 cases. These are supposed to be every 5 cases. We're doing well on these. Let's see a big name. That is Nick Kurtz. That is the biggest. There you go. That or Otani. I don't know which, but congratulations, Nick Kurtz. That is an absolute monster right there. I would say certainly the biggest card of the break at this point. That is a banger. Hopefully easily a 4-figure card, I would think. I mean, that is huge. Nick Kurtz, Constellation, congratulations. Let's go. Constellation Variation, it says on the back. I barely want to turn it around. I'm going to top load that myself in just a second here. Layla insists. All right, she's got an Ultraviolet Beam. Jason Dominguez. Congratulations. Steven, yeah. Way more than pays for that spot there, that 1 card. 12 out of 99, Dalton Rushing on the blue. Christian Yelich, gold autograph here. That is number 3 of 50 on the Yelich gold ink. One more time, Nick Kurtz there. Constellation Variation. Congratulations. Constellation Variation. Those are very rare. Corey Seager. E.T. If you're looking for that exact card, it would take you 125 cases to pull that exact card. Bo Jackson, Lightspeed. Launched into orbit, Mookie Betts. Mike Trout, Lightspeed. Carlos Correa. 13 out of 199. Well, I think it's 18 out of 199 there. Carlos Correa. Dylan Cruz, E.T. Closing out the box there in the first half of case 3. Alright, definitely heated up there, especially for that Kurt spot, of course. Grab 2 packs there. So 4 boxes to go in the break, and then of course a full recap at the end. Need more planets. I think I saw a planet coming out near the near the bottom of this big stack. I think so. Hope I'm right. Maybe we can find a box that has multiple. It's in that Nick Kurtz certified. Certified. That is something I don't think I've ever done. It's certainly going out priority, no doubt about that, automatically from us. And we'll get that out earlier than the Tuesday ship date on these. We'll certainly be in that one out earlier. Certified. I can look into that. Message me. I'm just not sure on that. Luis Angel Acuna, Ultraviolet Beam. It's just not a form we've ever used before. Thomas Harrington, Refractor. Let's not talk about here. Let's just message me on eBay. We'll figure out what we can do there. Ohtani, E.T. Falskeen's Nucleus, Ultraviolet Beam, Yamamoto. Star Clusters, Ohtani and Betts. Juan Soto, E.T. Denzel Clark, Refractor. Ultraviolet Beam, Churio. Like gold here, gold for J-Rod, 43 out of 50. Luis Angel Acuna, Lightspeed. Kyle Tucker, green, 13 of 75. Mike Trout, ET. Kyle Tucker, ET. Robert Hassel, 72 of 150, and yeah, we got a different planet here coming up. It's gonna be Lindor with the Mercury. Lindor, Mercury. Is that planet 4? I think it is. Yeah, no, that's 4. I guess Lindor is 4 on the checklist. I don't know my planets well enough, but Mercury for Lindor. I said Evan. J-Rod, Lightspeed. Luis Arias with the Nucleus, and very nice hit right there. Stars in the Night, Shohei Ohtani. Congrats, Ohtani spot. Stars in the Night. All right. So Mercury is the next. That's most common. All right, sweet Ohtani case hit right there, or semi case hit, and another planet. Let's get some big ink. Case is pretty lacking on the ink. Let's get a big autograph. know some like Pluto's far away, but I don't know the exact specifics on a lot of them. Of course, that's the one that scientists say it's not even a planet anymore, right? Are you a scientist?
I'm not a scientist, but that's what they say.
That is what they say, yeah.
It's not a planet. Is it a
Well,
planet?
Fanatics says it is a planet, so, you know. We go by Fanatics. I don't know about scientists. All right. Box number 6 of... Yeah, that's fine. Box number 6 of case 3. James Wood, Dylan Cruz, Star Clusters. Tatis, E.T. Ben Williamson, Refractor. Brent Rooker, Nucleus. Brooks Lee, Ultraviolet Beam. And we got another planet. It's Lindor again. So we got the two most common for Lindor there. The Sun. The Sun, Lindor. Ultraviolet Beam, Jacob Wilson. Dwarf Planet, Still Planet. All right, fair enough, fair enough. Dalen Lyle. Dalen Lyle with the Refractor. Christian Campbell, E.T. Ultraviolet Beam, Ellie De La Cruz. Got a gold parallel here for Aaron Nola, number 40. We got 48 or 49 there, out of 50. Aaron Nola. Hey, another autograph. It is Manny Machado. Base auto here. Base ink for Manny Machado, not numbered there. Nice hit, Machado spot. Paul Skeens, E.T. Jazz Chisholm Jr., Lightspeed. Another Stella Nova, this time Brooks Lee on the Stella Nova. Corbin Carroll, Lightspeed. Got a purple for Matt Shaw. Bond variation 007 out of 150, Matt Shaw. Jackson Merrill, E.T. And a little Kurt Space Rookie closing out the box there. On to the penultimate of the break. Penultimate. And we are combining the shipping of this with 3 separate Topps Chrome basketball breaks, first of which runs in just a bit, and a couple soccer Merlin Chrome breaks. So technically the guaranteed ship date is Tuesday. On a few of the biggest hits, we're going to be getting those out earlier. And there's certainly a chance we're going to get some of these out on some of the others out earlier as well. But generally speaking, the last break of the batch is not until Monday morning. So most likely the general will ship out on Tuesday. Yeah, certainly the Kurt spot. Certainly the Ohtani spot. Maybe a few more will ship out earlier. But it also does mean, if you buy into any of these other breaks, we will be adjusting your invoice to free shipping as soon as possible once all auctions have ended for that night, as we always do. But if you do pay before then, no worries, we will be refunding the extra you paid before we actually ship out. So we always take care of it for you either way. Alrighty, this will be box number 7 of case 3, the penultimate of the break. Find something huge. Good luck. Star clusters for Lindor and Soto. Aaron Judge, E.T. Victor Mesa Jr., rookie refractor. Ultraviolet Beam for Drake Baldwin. Star clusters for Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, Aaron Judge. Austin Wells, refractor. Ellie De La Cruz, Lightspeed. Ultraviolet Beam for Sasaki. Aqua Parallel here, Christian Yelich is out of 199. Looks like 35 out of 199. Jacob Wilson on an ET. Shohei Ohtani light speed. Launched into orbit, Andrew McCutchen. And we got a gold launched into orbit here for Dylan Cruz. Nice card, number 41 out of 50 there. Dylan Cruz. Jose Ramirez, a light speed, and a white hole parallel here for Bo Bichette. Bo Bichette, white hole. Gunnar Henderson, ET. And a nucleus for Jacob Wilson. Close out the box. All right, uno más. One time, Lunar. This is our only break of the product this year. Only cases we got in. Would love to find it here at the end. Would be so sick. No, it's not. Okay. It's a crazy rare, of course. We know. But hey, red or super this last box, right? We got the one super in case 2. Somehow I haven't hit a red this break, which is really surprising to me. I need a big red autograph. I think I've noticed 3 gold already. Hopefully one of those is an autograph. Can't tell what they are besides being gold. All right, final pack is open. Good luck, everybody. Last box of the break here. Got Star Clusters, Christian Campbell, Marcelo May. Nick Kurtz, EET. Max Scherzer, Refractor. Ultraviolet Beam for Ben Rice. Star Clusters for Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth, and Willie Mays. Zach DeZenzo, Refractor. Francisco Lindor, Light Speed. Stella Nova, Gold for Paul Skeens. That's cool. Nice hit, Skeens spot. That's one of the bigger spots that hadn't hit much, so glad to see it. 37 out of 50, Paul Skeens, Stella Nova. Ultraviolet Beam, Kobe Mayo. Got a gold here for Angel Martinez. The gold rookie parallel, 31 out of 50. Jackson Churio, ET. Marcelo Mayer, Light Speed. Launched into orbit for Mark McGuire. And another gold here. It is going to be Willie Adames with a gold parallel for the main set. 20, looks like 20 of 50. Light Speed, Jackson Holiday. Got a white hole for Marcus Semien. Tariq Skubal, ET, and looks like a Nucleus is going to be our last hit here. Nucleus, Tariq Skubal as well, and Nick Kurtz, base rookie at the very end. All right, that is the card, the card opening portion of the break, I guess, to say. More than a few super fun hits, as expected with Cosmic. Probably overall, below average break, probably gotta say. But yeah, bunch coming up here in this recap. And do a little bit of extra organizing here, and then we will get this thing going in about 1 minute on a recap here. Let me get the screen adjusted. We'll also take care of the randoms. There's nothing big to random, but we'll take care of those randoms at the very end. All right, to start off this recap with our launched into orbits, we have Mark McGuire, Andrew McCutcheon, Mookie Betts. Go really quick through the early stuff here. Adrian Beltre, PCA, Corey Seager, Reggie Jackson, Juan Soto, Pete Alonso, Alex Bregman, Vladdy Daddy, Giancarlo Stanton, Adrian Beltre, and Stanton one more time. Refractors. Refractors, we have Zach Zenzo, Max Scherzer, Austin Wells, Victor Mesa Jr., Ben Williamson, Dalen Lyle, Thomas Harrington, Denzel Clark, Isaac Collins, Matt Chapman, Alan Roden, Spencer Swellenbach, Edwin Diaz, Ozzie Albies, Nico Horner, Robert Hassel, Christian Yelich, Dustin Harris, Carlos Correa. Nick Kurtz is not a refractor. Sorry about that. Snuck in there. River Ryan, Willie Abreu, Jackson Jobe, Vinny P, Bobby Witt Jr., Brent Rooker, Dansby Swanson, Chris Sale, Nico Horner, Mark Vientos, Sugano, Chris Bryant, Salvi Perez, Aaron Shuck, Max Scherzer, Jacob Wilson, Sasaki, Caleb Durbin, Nick Enright, Lou Bob, Alejandro Osuna, Luis Reyes, Will Wagner, Pete Alonso, Freddie Freeman, Sandy Alcantara, Paul Skeens, Reese Hines, and Jazz Chisholm Jr. Next up, we got Nucleus, which I believe are supposedly one per box. Sometimes we got a little more than that. Tariq Skubal, Jacob Wilson, Brett Rooker, Paul Skeens, Luis Reyes, J-Rod, Arelvis Martinez, Chris Sale, Jackson Jobe, Angel Martinez, Rafi Devers, Garrett Crochet, Jace Young, Luke Keyshaw, Matt Olson, Logan O'Hoppe, Jordan Lawler, Zach Wheeler, PCA, Clayton Kershaw, Trey Turner, Jose Altuve, Paul Goldschmidt, Cade Horton, Nick Kurtz, Isaac Paredes, Spencer Swellenbach, Juan Soto, Giancarlo Stanton, and Helio Ramos. Starting off the numbered hits here, we got Aquas to 199 for Christian Yelich, Carlos Correa, Aaron Schunk, Dustin Harris, James Wood, Gunnar Henderson, Kumar Rocker, Nacho Alvarez Jr., Will Warren, Luis Angel Acuna, Clayton Kershaw, Adley Rutschman, and Andrew McCutcheon. Number 2, 150, we got purples from Matt Shaw, Robert Hassel, Mark Vientos, Corbin Carroll, Thomas Harrington, Nico Horner, James Wood, Austin Wells, Andrew McCutcheon, and Kumar Rocker. Blues to 99, we've got Dalton Rushing, Paul Skeens, Kumar Rocker, John Kinsey Noel, Will Wagner, and Zach DeZenzo. Greens to 75, going to start off with a couple inserts. We have Aaron Judge and Nick Kurtz on the ETs. Green for the main set for Kyle Tucker, Connor Norby, Sandy Alcantara, Leo Jimenez, Yu Darvish, Augustin Ramirez, and Zach Wheeler. Gold to 50 here. We've got a launched into orbit gold for Dylan Cruz. And for the main set, Willie Adames, Angel Martinez, Aaron Nola, and J-Rod, all out of 50. For the orange, we've got a launched into orbit Salvador Perez, and Leo Jimenez, and Kyle Manzardo, all out of 25 there. We got a black Carlos Narvaez to 10 here. And we got a 101 Superfractor launched into orbit for Andrew McCutcheon. Kutch on the super. All right, before we get to the autographs, let's do the case hits of sorts, or some of these are obviously more common than a case hit. But starting off with the white holes, we got Kyle Tucker, Drake Baldwin, Jackson Holliday, Rhett Lauder, Justin Verlander, Marcus Semien, Bo Bichette, O'Neal Cruz, Connor Norby, and Matt Olson. Obviously not case hits, but you know what I mean. Rarer stuff. We've got star clusters for Ben Rice, Alex Bregman, Matt Shaw, and Caden Dana. Stella Nova, we got Jacob Wilson, Gunnar Henderson, Brooks Lee, Dalton Rushing, and Jackson Churio. And we got a Stella Nova gold parallel for Paul Skeens to 50. Stars in the Night. These are really nice. Bobby Witt Jr., Roki Sasaki, Brooks Lee, Aaron Judge, Shohei Ohtani, Bryce Harper on a gold to 50, and Jace Young on an orange to 25. Supernova, I think it was in the very first box. That's the only one we got. Jackson Churio, Supernova. Planetary Pursuits here. We got the Sun for Marcelo Mayer, Francisco Lindor, and James Wood. And we got Mercury for Lindor. I gotta say, we did really poorly on Planetary Pursuits. We did pretty cool on these, though. Constellation Variations. These are supposedly 1 in 5 cases. We managed to pull 2. First one was Cade Horton, and the second one was a pretty good one. Nick Kurtz right there, Constellation Variation. All right, everything else left has ink. We got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I believe we got 3 per case here on the autographs. 9 in total. Launched into Orbit Inc. for Dylan Cruz. That is not numbered. Manny Machado, base autograph, and Mike Trout, base extraterrestrial autograph there. All those not numbered. The rest of them are numbered. Kumar Rocker to 75 on a green. Colt Keith to 75 on a green. On the golds, we got Christian Yelich to 50, and a really nice one right there, Jacob Wilson to 50. On the orange, we got Trey Turner to 25, and on the black, we got Pete Alonso, Polar Bear with a launch in orbit, 10 of 10, black autograph. There you go. All right, that is the break, but we do have the randoms to take care of very, very briefly. Nothing too big in these. So we have Star Cluster Duels. I'm not going to scroll through them all or anything, but we got multiples of a lot of them. And Star Cluster Trios, certainly multiples of more than a few on these as well. So what I'm going to do is a very simple random for these. We're going to roll one die one time for the duels. If it comes up 1, 2, or 3, then simply put the extra would go to the left side. We're going to split them up as evenly as possible at first, of course. But in the cases there's just 1 or 3, or perhaps 5, I'm not totally sure. In any case, there's an extra one, an uneven number. The whoever wins the dice roll would get the uneven number. So if we roll 1, 2, or 3, and we have 3 of this card, and then 2 would go to the Christian Campbell spot. If we roll 4, 5, or 6, then 2 would go to the Marcelo Mayer. Just works like that. It'll apply to all of these. Here we go. It is a 1, so that would be the left side there on the duels. That would get the extra. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of cases there, Andrew, that the same buyer has both anyway. But, we just do this in case they don't. Pretty much the same deal here on the trios. Only difference is, of course, we got 3. So if 1 or 2 would go to the left, 3 or 4 would go to the middle, 5 or 6 would go to the right. And let's say we had, I don't think we have 5 of any of these by any means, but if we did, and then the middle 1, well, they would get extra, and we always go to the right. So also the right side would get the extra just like that. All right, here we go. So for the trios, it is a 6. So the right side is the default. If there's just 1, or would be the extra. Or say there's 2, then that means the right side and the left side would both get 1. All right, that takes care of everything there. Thanks for joining us. Congrats to those spots that did hit some monsters. And apologies to those. Excuse me. I just nailed the mic there. Apologies to those who didn't. That is, of course, the nature of breaks. We will have our Topps Chrome basketball first player break of that coming up. Not exactly sure on the start time. I probably should know it here. Let's see. I can find out in 5 seconds. Start time is 1:30 Pacific, 4:30 Eastern for our first basketball. We do have auctions ending later today for basketball number 2. Also, one hobby, one delight on that. And then auctions will end tomorrow for our first Merlin Chrome soccer break and basketball number 3. Basketball number 3 will be a mega and a delight case. And then we'll have one more break over the weekend, which will be early on Monday with the last Merlin Chrome. Auctions end Sunday. Combined shipping on all of these breaks, including this one. Although, of course, like I mentioned, we will get a few of the biggest hits out early. Thanks again for joining us. Thanks for keeping the chat friendly, and again, congratulations to those who hit big. Real fast. I just saw the eBay live chat asking who the super was. One more time, right there it is. The super was Andrew McCutcheon, launched into orbit. Obviously, not the biggest super we could pull, but congrats a bunch to that spot. All right, take care.